I'm obsessed with the curly ends. I think that's gonna be my look now from here on out. Hey girl, hey. If you are a newcomer and this is your first time coming to my channel, I create all different types of beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content. So if that interests you, go ahead and hit that red button down below. Make sure to subscribe. I would love to have you join the fam. For today's video, we are doing a hair tutorial. Today, it's not on this wig. This wig is actually, I already have a video. It's about, this wig's almost 3 or 4 years old now. So I will insert that right up here if you want to go tune in, pause this video, watch it, and come back if you really like this wig. But if you're interested in this actual tutorial, I am going to be doing some blonde goddess knotless braids. This is my first time doing this style and this color, as well as the size of the actual box braids. I've never actually attempted to do smaller size box braids, just twists and stuff, because I'm like, it's too time consuming for me. Like, just to be honest, it's just, for one person, it's a lot. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna get this done. My hair is already parted underneath my wig, so that does help. But I'm not gonna ramble. We're gonna keep this video clean cut and to the point. Before I get into the tutorial, I'm gonna be showing you everything that I'm going to be potentially using. First things first are the products. I have my True Edge, I think this is Tai Chi, it's Extreme Hold. I bought a small bottle of this and it held my edges so well. I'm like, this makes a good hold for my box braids, so that way I don't have a lot of flyaways, loose strands, things like that. Even though I may still be using jam to like part my hair and things like that, this is the jam that I will be using. Oh, and I'm also going to be using Nia the Lock God's hair oil. I use it on my hair too because it smells really good and it really does help with hair growth. And I like the way it feels on my scalp. So that's it for the hair products. Now we're gonna get into the hair. I bought this premium value pack of 3 bundles of body wave hair. This is from Miss Origin's designer mix. It's Bobbi Boss, and it just says natural body wave 613, and it's like a icy, it is very cool toned 613 blonde. It doesn't have a lot of yellow to it, which is why I picked this one up. I also got, I used this hair before in my other video, but this is the Mayday Africana Braid Nation pre-stretched 6x 32 inch 613. This is full length 64 inches. This is probably going to be the hair that I use on the top part of my head. I only bought 613 hair because I wanted legit blonde box braids. Like, I didn't want to mix. I did get a mixture of different 613s, but I felt like I'm going for a blonde moment. So this is the one pack. It's got 6 sections of hair. I don't know if I'm gonna use all this hair or not. I just got a lot of hair because I don't know how much it takes. I know some people say with doing smaller braids you use less hair, but my mind just can't wrap the logic around that. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna get extra hair just in case. But I got 5 packs of this. This is Outray's Expression 613. This length says 52 inches. So this is probably gonna be used towards the back of my head mainly. And this has 3 sections of hair. And I got, yeah, I got a lot of hair. I probably got too much, but I'd rather overbuy than not have enough. Like, that is a biggest pet peeve of mine. And I will let y'all know in the description box exactly how much I used. That's everything. I'm going to take my makeup off, get this hair prepared, and I'll come back. So your girl is too lazy to leave the house again, so I'm just going to use my pant rack as a hair holder because that just seems the easiest. So before I get started, I'm basically going to do a few, see how my technique goes, and once I get a technique down and a pattern and routine down, I'll come back and I will show. So I wanted to briefly come on here and just mention that if you are a beginner braider or new to braiding, I don't recommend you trying this hairstyle. I would say go watch another one of my videos first and kind of get a more in-depth process of braiding first before you start adding in hair. Show you guys. I've sectioned off my hair and I'm taking my edge control and applying that to the root and halfway through my hair just so I can help separate and start my braid. I do braid down about 3 times before I start feeding in hair. Alright, so to feed in the hair, you're going to take the first split section of braiding hair and add it to the middle leg. Then you're going to continue your braid by taking the left leg, pulling it into the center, and then you're going to take that leftover braiding hair and pulling it into the center as well, and then continuing your braid as normal. I'm going to show you again with another piece of hair. So you take the piece of hair that's split right in the middle, take that, put it in the middle, and then continue your braid by taking your left leg, bringing it to the center, and then adding the hair in, and then taking your right leg and bringing it to the center. So you're just continuing a normal braid. Now I'm showing you how I feed in the body wave hair. It's the same process. I'm just doing just a smaller strand on the other half. And then once I continue my braid down a little bit, I do eventually pull that body wave hair out so it can stand out. I'm adding another piece of body wave hair, and as you can see, there's a short end and a long end. Like I mentioned, you want to make sure that the short end is the end that you're going to be continuing braiding into the hair. So you want to start with that being the hair that you want to feed in first, and then you can feed in the body wave hair a little bit more and braid it down, or you can leave it just like that and it can stick out a little bit more. But what I'm also doing is making sure that I'm putting some sort of product on the braiding hair in my hair so it meshes together and I don't have as many flyaways, because as you can see, that body wave hair gave me a few flyaways that I will have to cut out later on. Hey guys, good morning. I'm back. So this is what I got done last night. I started around 6, a little bit before 6, and I stopped at around 11:50, going on 12 o'clock. So I was working on this for about 6 hours. This was included parting, separating, all that stuff. I did that on the whim, like on the go. I just wanted to make sure I did the back. So now I'm working on this half, and I'll have the whole front to do. But we'll see how much I can get done. I have to work today at 12, and it's currently 7:30, so I'm gonna see how much I can get done before I have to leave at 11. That's 3 hours. Yeah, 7:30. So we'll see what I can accomplish. About to sit here and watch the shot.
No, fuck that. I'm staying here with you.
You don't have to do that.
Yes, I do.
Are you gonna make me cry?
Absolutely. I'm a changed man. And people don't change, Mom. Was it a boy or girl?
Why? There's literally nothing you could say to make me feel better.
Well, damn, you trying. All right, so I am showing you another angle of me feeding in the hair. I've split the braiding hair in half, and I've added it into my middle section, and I've continued my braid. and then feed it in the second half. And now I'm going in, adding another piece to the middle, splitting it in half, continuing my braid, pulling it down, and then once I get all this hair organized, I continue my braid again and just keep braiding all the way down until now I'm going to add in some body wave hair. I do the same thing, take that strand, flip it up out of the way, and continue my braid down, making it neat and tight with making sure that I'm adding my pomade. So guys, I'm back. It's Saturday. I only have like an hour to work on my hair before I have to go back to work, and then I'm gonna come back and work on my hair. But last night I worked on it a little bit. I basically just pre-sectioned the top. So this is what my top sections look like. These are already parted in the braid sections that I want to do. And then this is a section of hair. This is a section of hair. This is a section of hair. And then this is, and then I have the same 4 over here. And then I've got 2 rows in the back that I need to do. But this is how I sectioned the top. And then if you want to see how I did the back, I just kind of free parted mainly the back and just started working on making neater parts as I got closer to the top. This is what it looks like on this side. And then in the back, I'm sure it ain't perfect, but who cares? Because I seen this TikTok, this girl said, I ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in the back of my head. Like, once you see me from the front, you see the front. So, but yeah, so I've got another row here, and in the back, I don't know how many rows are back here, but yeah, I love them. So let's get back to it. I'm gonna do as many as I can before I've got to go to work. I've already worked on another section of bundled hair. This is the 22 inch. So I'm excited to put this in. I probably should have put the 18 inch on the front and this in the back and bought shorter hair, but I like the length of the box braids because I did want some curly ends and I just braid in the hair. When I want curly ends, I'll just use a little bit of a shorter piece. So with me using longer hair, it gives me the opportunity to braid more up and then keep a little bit more of a longer length, because as you can see, when I braid it in, I do lose a little bit of the length. So I'm gonna try and braid in higher pieces so that way it looks better. Good morning, beautiful people. It is Sunday and I have just the top left to do, as you can see here, and then I've got some in the back. So all together, this is what? I've got 6 in the back to do and then 10 in the front. So yeah, 16 braids left. This has been a process that I have been telling myself more and more as I do my hair. I need to fall in love with my hair and nurturing it, because just like anything else, it grows. So the more I cater to it, the more it benefits me. So I am doing that. It's like a kind of, for me, it's more of, I don't know, it's connecting with myself and seeing my hair as self-care instead of seeing it as like torture, you know? It's a day-to-day thing, but it's working. So I just put a little bit of oil from the Lock Guide on my part and ran that through my hair. Now I'm just gonna take some True Edge and I'm gonna put this all over my hair. I've noticed with doing this, if you don't coat the entire strand of hair with whatever paste you decide to use to hold the hair, it's just gonna get in the way later when you start braiding. So it's best to just slick it down because you need to moisturize it anyway, but make sure it's tight so when you're braiding it you don't have a lot of loose flyaways. I'm taking hair off of this strand But how I cut the hair off is I cut it at an angle so that way I can use both ends of the hair and it doesn't look harsh. Because if I just straight blunt cut it, I have to tuck this piece into my hair. Whereas if I taper the cut like this, it'll give me more of a loose end and I can braid this in or leave this end out if I choose to. So that's how I do my loose strands. And then I'm going to show y'all how much hair I use for my braids. This front braid is smaller, so I have to use smaller sections. Like, I've noticed depending on my part and how big my part is, I can't use the same amount of hair on each braid. So some of my braids essentially started bigger than the other ones, but that's just because of the part. And I wanted this hairstyle to be natural. I didn't want my hair to be like super uniformed. I kind of wanted it to be that flowy natural look. So like the only areas of my head that's like truly clean cut parts is the top. So this section of hair, I'm pulling apart my pieces so y'all can see, but this is a section of hair I'm going to use. This is probably going to be like my second or third piece, because after my pieces that I use, these are my starting pieces. So this is my starting piece. As you can see, it's very tiny. Another starting piece, very tiny. It's literally just a strand of hair. I start with small beginning pieces because if it's too big, it looks bulky with starting a knotless braid. So you want to make sure it mimics the same density or width, I guess you would say, of the strand of hair that you're using. If it's too big, then don't use it. Like, that's just my logic, because it just becomes a matter of, it ain't cute, it don't look right. It looks like your braid's crooked in a sense. All right, and then this is the last piece that I'm gonna use. As you can see, it's a little bit bigger. And this is my quote unquote length piece to make sure that it touches all the way down. But this hair, I used two different ones. I'll show y'all, of course, in the beginning clip. But this is the white 613, and then this is just the normal 613. They are two different lengths, as you can see. This one is longer, so I would have to use more of the white hair in order to get that length, and I've just been mixing that in with this hair. All right, so here I'm showing you again for the last time. I start my braid a few times down, and then I take my braiding hair, add it to the middle, pull that top piece out of the way, continue braiding, and then before you pull that middle section down again, you take that braiding hair and you add it to that section and you continue braiding. Now I'm going to show you this again, continued in slow motion. So I'm going to show y'all how I add the hair to the end. It's essentially the same way, but as you can see, I'm almost done with the braid. So I'm going to make this piece the length of here. And as you can see, this is a lot longer. So when I braid it up, this piece will dangle. So I'm going to continue braiding down until I don't have any more braiding hair left and it's just the body wave hair on the end. Okay, so here's me showing you guys one last time how I feed in the hair. Start from the middle, take your outer leg and pull it in. And once you pull it in, you will pull your braiding hair down, add that in, and continue braiding. And that is it. Hey guys, so it is Tuesday morning. I have finished my hair. I didn't have time yesterday to show y'all what it looked like, so I'm gonna take it down. I just have it in this cute little hairstyle just because it's a chill day. I haven't done my baby hairs this morning. These are yesterday's baby hairs, so don't judge. So let me give y'all the full 360. Okay, now y'all can see the full length. So this is, I don't know how many I have in my head. I'm not sure. I didn't count. I'm sure it's well over 100, but I'm super excited about these. They came out really pretty. They're not heavy at all. They've started to loosen up a bit. I did do the ones in the back a little bit tighter than the ones at the top because I don't know why I just did that. I think I had a better grip. This hairstyle probably took me around 16 hours. I broke it up over the course of 3.5 days, I would say. And the hair that I've used, it is slightly, now that I've had these in a little minute, it's slightly itchy, but it's not undoable. I just haven't had braids in a long time, so I'm like, it's something that I have to live with. I'm like super excited to have these in for my vacay. They come down to my butt and they're super flowy. Yeah, I've never did box braids this small on myself, so I'm kind of proud. This was the first time and they came out really good, I must say. Okay, this is like my favorite go-to hairstyle with braids. I don't know why. I'm obsessed with the curly ends. I think that's gonna be my look now from here on out. Guys, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Tell me guys what you think of this video. Please give a huge thumbs up because it helps others just like you find content just like this. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching today's video. I love you very much, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.